So we now know that more than 20 balloons have flown over or around Taiwan. Can you tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, so there's a number of ways they can be used. I mean, one potential use is just using them the way you would use weather balloons, collecting atmospheric data. This is something that the Chinese would be interested in terms of for things like missile attacks. It's not clear exactly what these specific balloons might be. I mean, a lot of this is speculation. I mean, it's possible that they're just sending them just to be a nuisance kind of thing, just to kind of be particularly given the upcoming election. It wouldn't surprise me if they're just doing it kind of for the sake of doing it. They may not necessarily have a lot of fancy instruments or anything like that, but assuming they are also trying to get some sort of utility out of them. Again, similar to meteorological balloons, they could be collecting data on atmospheric conditions around Taiwan.
Do they pose a danger to Taiwan? What risks are there involved?
Looking at the information that's being putting out in the daily reports, they're saying, just today, they're saying in many cases below 30,000 feet, or in some cases below 20,000 feet. So they might be at like 16,000 feet. That's very low for for one of these compared to where balloons can go. So, if you think of the cruising altitude of plane you're flying on, maybe 35,000 feet, these balloons are flying at an altitude where, there is some risk in terms of a collision or something like that.
Do these balloons put Taiwan in an awkward position? Is the military obliged to shoot them down if they're over the island?
I think the risk of starting a conflict or anything, if they were to shoot them down is relatively low. I mean, it's certainly not the same thing as if you were shooting down an aircraft that had pilots on it. At the same time, there's also a risk that this starts to become a cost imposing issue for the Taiwanese military, where if they expend missiles that cost $500,000 or $1 million on balloons that may cost a small fraction of that, then it becomes then there's a risk that the Chinese just kind of use that so that the Taiwanese military starts running out of missiles.